Yo, what's going on, folks? So, I'm 33 years old, but you're not going to believe this. I already got a grandson. This is my grandson right here. You may wonder, how the hell you get a grandson? Well, let me tell you. Let me put this down, all right? Come on, Nan. Jason? Okay, assis-toi. All right, this is my grandson. His name is Jason. Oi binga suna zanan. Oi binga te. Tuna mama abino. This is my grandson. You may wonder, well, how the hell you're 33 years old, you got a grandson? Well, it's my brother right here. You see my brother right there? He's firstborn. You'll see la, she's standing over there. It's la pesara mbote pepa boy. I mean, that's my brother's firstborn. And that's her first son, which makes me a papa. So all of you watching out there, you gotta respect me because you have to deal with a grandfather. All right? I'm a granddad. Jason, ça va? Ça bien. Lolo, toi tu n'as pas encore commencé l'école. Bandit en classe t'es. Poani, aux amas moi mouké. Pesa un biscuit. Oh boy, you're solo on a man. Coco no bozo pesa biscuit. Pesa un biscuit more. All right. Okay, can you find it now? I'm fine. All right. So that right there, it's a blessing, yo. I'm more blessed to have a grandson at 33 years old. Age Jesus Christ died in, all right? This age has brought me a lot in my life, and I will discuss that in a separate video. But in the meantime, I'm so excited to meet my grandson, because when my niece got pregnant, I was here, this was probably back in 2023. Yeah, it was back in 2023, but I didn't really get to meet her. You know, she was ashamed and she was trying to get away from everybody. But now everything is settled. The boyfriend's family, they met my family. They did what they needed to do so they can take care of the child and the mother. All right, so here, it's just a pleasure meeting my grandson. And man, I can't believe that, yo. At 33 years old, already having a grandson. Man, life is so short, but you better live it up. But it's just so exciting, all right? I'm over here at my mom's, hanging out with my cousin and my brother. And I also got people coming over. Man, my agenda is very, very hectic, but I'll try my best to, I'll try the best that I can to make the best of it. But stick around to the end of this vlog and then we will discuss a lot more. I have more exciting news to share with you. So I'm here to consider this more of like a vlog kind of conversation I'm having with my folks. Remember when I keep telling you to invest in real estate, doing business in Congo, I'm about to announce and tell you something that will blow your mind. So stay tuned. We're going to discuss it real soon. I'm at my mom's, but I'm going to head back to my apartments in my own comfort, and then we're going to have this conversation. So y'all stay tuned. All right, you guys, that was my grandson. As unrealistic as it may seem, but believe it or not, I got a grandson. I'm a papa. You know what I'm saying? That was my very first time meeting him, and I'm very, very happy and I'm very excited. It seemed like a really smart and courageous boy. And I really hope that his mother takes really good care of him. And I believe in her. My niece has always been a great person with a great personality. We all make mistakes, all right? So she just happened to get pregnant, but then that's not the end of the world. But what matters the most, my brother and I are papas, and all my sisters and my other brother. And now my mother officially has a great grandson. I'm saying that's a blessing right there. So I'm very, very grateful. So let's get back to the topic that brings us back in this table. And you guys notice there's been a change in time of the day. So when I started recording this video, it was during daytime. And now I'm back at my apartment. It's already nighttime, and I wanted to continue this video because what I'm about to talk about, it's way more important not to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, first of all, before I get started, let me say this. These YouTube videos are meant to be educational and are meant to be informative. And my intention to record these YouTube videos has nothing to do with wasting your time or just, you know, talking for no reason, just because I'm looking for views. No. Of course, as a YouTuber, I want more views. But whomever this video is going to get sent out to, I want you guys to understand one thing. For those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, you guys know what I advocate for, and I will continue to stand by it. And the things that I talk about, at least in my case, has paid off. More of that later on in this video. When I keep preaching y'all about investing in Africa, investing in Congo, and, specifically, is because of the advantages that I personally have encountered and testimonies from different people that I personally know and today are doing incredibly well. And I thought that if I get into it today, tomorrow I might come out on the top. I might be one of the winners, right? And that time has come. Let me adjust the seat and have this serious conversation with you guys. And I really do hope that you guys will also follow the steps and do the exact same thing. Let's go back in 2018. Back in 2018, I acquired my farmland that you guys know by now. I am doing pig farming, and my ambitions are growing bigger, and I will continue to expand. It cost me $2,400 to acquire 4 hectares. 4 hectares back then cost me $2,400. I believe it was a year later, I visited Congo. There was a guy who owns who had 2 hectares right next to me. But the guy had lost his child and he didn't have money for funeral. So he was selling his land for mad cheap. I ended up buying 2 hectares, which equals, I believe, something like 10 or maybe 15 acres for $250 a piece. I ended up spending $500 to acquire like 12 hectares, right? 12 hectares. So plus the 4 that I had before, altogether, I own about 6 hectares, which equals like 25 acres, something like that. I'm converting this so that my folks from the United States of America can get an idea how much land we're talking about. So putting it all together, it cost me somewhere like let's just say $3,100, right, to acquire that land. And this is where it's getting very, very interesting. Remember in my previous videos, I continue to encourage Africans or Congolese in the diaspora to buy land, even if you don't have the money to build in it. But it is very crucial that you acquire your land. Eventually, you will always find something to do with it. A quick reminder, when I purchased my land, I didn't know what I was going to use it for. But then over time, I had figured out what I wanted to do with my farmland. Pay attention to this, guys. Now, as we speak, in our specific area, I have a friend who works for, I don't know, this departments, but for my Congolese folks, you may understand what I'm talking about. He works in cadastre, right? So this guy works there. So his job, they go to different areas, right? Let's just say like a new developing neighborhood. They go, they certify the land, and then they start chopping the lands up. Now, in my farm where I own my land, they chop up. I mean, you used to purchase from 1 hectare or from 2 hectares up. Now in that area, it's already cadastre, right? So the lands have been certified, and you don't even have to worry about it. Now, buying 1 hectare, I will make sure I put those conversions on the bottom of the screen, but if you don't see it, I apologize. It may have something to do with editing. That I bought for, let's just say $400 a piece. Now guess how much money it costs now? In 2018, it cost me $400 per hectare. Now, the 1 hectare, because the land, it is certified and it is cadastre, now you're selling like 25 meters by 30 meters. 1 hectare accommodates 1825 meter by 30. One now, 25 by 30 meter in that area now goes for $3,000. I'm not making this up. If you know anybody in that area, in Mancao area, go talk to them. It's going for $3,000, which is almost 10 times more than what it costs me to buy 1 hectare. So if I am to sell 1 hectare out of my 6 hectare, I'm getting paid $54,000 up front, baby. Let me say that again. I am getting paid up front $54,000 US freaking dollars, yo. I did the math earlier. My land that I own, if I want to sell the whole thing with the current price that cadastre have attributed to every single one of these properties, I'm sitting on $374,000. $374,000. $374,000. But the same amount of land back in 2018 only cost me $3,100. Now you see what I'm talking about? If you had listened to me and you bought that land back then, and even if you didn't do anything within it, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6 years later, you would have made 100 times more than what it's worth now. So when I get on the screen, I'm talking to you guys about investing in Africa, investing in Congo, buying land, doing business in Africa. I ain't got no time to be joking around, yo. I got much better things to do than sit in front of the stupid camera and talking to you guys. Because I want all of us Congolese to win. I want every single one of us to come out on the top. Because when I'm looking at these Lebanese, Indians, Chinese, coming to the Congo, building business, starting business, building mansions, like treating our brothers and sisters like crap. When ourselves Congolese can take the matter into our own hands. Now, that's what I own. Can you imagine Chinese or other expatriates who may own lands in those areas? How much money they're sitting on right now? So now I'm just, telling you, it's still not too late. You may buy it at a much higher price than I did, but this is still the time. So if you want 1 hectare from me, you're looking at $54,000, baby. Something that cost me $400 6 years ago. Now if I want to sell it, I'm selling 1 hectare in 54,000 US dollars. Ain't that amazing, dog? I mean, I don't even know what to tell you anymore. And there were so many projects going on. There are projects to build social homes, projects financed by the Congolese government. So we know, Congolese government, they promise something and never get it done. Well, goddamn right. My guy who does this paperwork, who works for Cadastre, this guy, he was telling me that they've already built 546 homes so far. And the project is to complete 10,000 homes, roads, and schools, and other infrastructures in that area. So now it is sitting it's at $3,000 because they're expanding the neighborhood towards that area, because Kinshasa, it is only inhabited in one part of the town. On the other side, it is not. So that's why the government, it is expanding the city. I'm not greedy because I'm not selling my land. I'm keeping it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to continue to expand, do more farming activities and things of that sort. Now, can you imagine when roads get built and schools get built in that area, as they're already under construction, when they are complete? The $3,000 that it is selling for, it's not even 1 hectare, it's 25 by 30 meter. That's going to cost you $3,000 in that area. By 2030, according to some sources, and including my guy who works at Cadastre, those prices will triple. When they do triple, it means that 374,000 US dollars that is the value of my farm right now, my farmland, is gonna go up to a little over $1 million. So your boy may become a millionaire in the next 4 or 5 years without breaking a sweat. Don't you want to be in that position, dog? Well, let me tell you a quick story. My home I grew up in, right, that my parents own, and we still own our property. When my father purchased it, it was nothing there. It was nothing but bush. And then my father got kicked out of that place more than 4 times because the government didn't send their team to attribute the land zone in that area. So my father kept persevering until one time they stopped kicking people out. They let people stay. And back then, my dad, according to my dad, if I have to convert the Zaire, back then it was under Mobutu, it was Zaire franc. It cost him something like less than $1,000 to buy that property. It was not even less than $1,000. It was probably like less than $500. Our property now, last time I checked, I spoke with one of the realtors in town. Now it costs $700,000. $700,000. So now you see the value of the property. Now imagine if you build something within it. So now you guys get the idea. I wanted to put this out there so you guys can understand the value of owning land in your home city, you know what I'm saying? And in your village, for instance. I hope this video helps somebody out there make a decision to, you know, buy land. But until then, I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.